So Lewis and Edward, two vampires, spent the night taking blood from the local population of Victorian steampunk era London. Edward is anxious to return to the coven, but Lewis wants to make a stop. That's where we're at. After a few hours, Lewis and I are running across from the rooftop, and he suddenly stops. I come to a shaky stop. Did you see something? I ask, as Lewis ignores me and walks to the edge of the building. He's looking out over a rich neighborhood with brightly painted houses, clean cobblestone streets, and sidewalks illuminated by a procession of lights. A zeppelin flies overhead, and a group of soldiers walks down the street below. Dressed in blue guard outfits, their steps and muffled speech reach my ears. Lewis, we really shouldn't be hanging around here. Sunrise isn't that far away. I touch the filled syringes in my jacket, still feeling a need to check that they're still there and intact. There is no more left to fill. It's time to leave. I need to go to that house. Lewis points to the seventh house at the end of a long row of houses. I stare at it and notice that it looks exactly the same as the others, down to the white paint on the exterior and a similar size backyard. Is this for the mission? I ask. No. Lewis pauses. Edward, you cannot speak of this to anyone. You have my word, but I must ask, is this required? You're aware of the rules. We cannot deviate from the mission. Of course I know them. You do not need to speak of the rules like I am some common fool. Lewis yells and turns away from me. There is silence as he cloaks himself by the building's edge. I wait, surprised by my friend's sudden outburst. Lewis takes a breath. My apologies for my words. I did not mean to express myself in that tone. He watches the soldiers round a distant corner. As soon as these men are out of sight, I shall make haste to the house. You may wait or leave. The decision is up to you. Lewis lowers himself over the edge of the building, gripping the edge of the concrete. Still yourself, my friend. If I may, this idea might not be wise. I say, wise or not, it must be done. Lewis glances at the soldiers and sees the last man disappear around the corner out of sight. Farewell, my friend. Lewis climbs down the side of the building, and I watch him go. Farewell, my friend, I whisper. I observe Lewis reaching the street and sneaking to the house he pointed at. As he does, he sidesteps zeppelin lights in the glow of street lamps. In a few moments, he reaches the house and disappears down the side of it. I walk away from the edge and consider heading for the nearest sewer. Sunrise is not that far away, and I have a mission to complete, but I cannot leave Lewis behind. I'll wait for him. I hope his errand does not take too long. We cannot tarry in this place for long, I tell myself. I seek shelter in a nearby shack-like structure. Its walls and roof are made of metal, but there are large gaps in the building material. Yet there's enough there to hide me from Zeppelin, spotlights, and the attention of unsavory creatures of the night. There's a small bed in the corner with a myriad of beer bottles and opened cans of food. The stench of the rotting food almost makes me want to leave the shack, but I choose not to. Safety is better than comfort, after all. Who owns that bed, I wonder? Hope it's not an unsavory creature of the night who might return soon. I lean against the metallic wall and allow myself a moment to rest. My eyes begin to flutter a little and realize that I'm far more tired than I thought I was. However, this moment is not one for rest. Perhaps to allow myself a brief respite, I mention as my eyes fully close, and hear the far-off hum of a motor. I open my eyes and inch towards the door, intrigued by this noise that only seems to be growing louder. Has to be big, I think to myself as I exit the shack. I move towards the edge of the building and peek over the deserted streets. Not even a rat runs by in the darkness, yet the hum is louder. Whatever it is almost here. Suddenly a large machine with four wheels appears from out of the distant gloom, the source of the hum. It takes up most of the street as it slowly moves over the cobblestone and expels steam in its wake. A shadow figure in black can be seen in the front window, possibly driving the mechanical beast. The machine's exterior is black, except for an image of a hammer with angelic wings on it, the crest of the Heavenly Knights. King Lucius's personal vampire death squad, led by Ruff. Watch the flies in the streets. Some of the older vampires called in hushed tones pass by. Those same vampires once told me that if I were to see one of these, it would be best that I leave its path quickly. Lewis and I need to go right now. I feel terror in my mind, more so than any point in my life. But as I grip the edge of the building, I know that the terror will not serve me. I need focus. I need to find my friend. I wait as a large machine moves farther down the road, near the distant corner. Then I make my move. I swing over the side of the building, hastily climb down the side of the building. Reaching the ground in seconds, I instantly dismiss the idea of taking the same path as Lewis did. That would only bring me within eyesight of the foul beast. I glance at the fence of the first house across the road. I know what I must do. Sprint across the road and leap over the fence, landing in the first house's backyard. No time to slow down. I keep hopping from yard to yard, picking up speed and hoping that no one sees me. I land in the fifth house's backyard and instantly jump a little too strongly, launching myself over the next house's yard and into the seventh house's. As I near the ground, I see Lewis standing there in front of the older man. They watch as I land and trip onto the soft grass. Trespasser, be gone from these grounds. The man approaches me with his face twisted up in anger. Brother, quiet your voice. This is a friend of mine who has helped me to my feet. I struggle to catch my breath in the minimally decorated courtyard. A small bench in the garden of flowers is all that populates the space. An open door leads back into the house. Friend of yours? Are you heathen like him? The man asks as I finally look at him. He has a bushy mustache, braiding his hair, and a slight belly. The man is also dressed in a button white shirt and black trousers. Splatter ink decorates his collar. Beg your pardon, sir, but Lewis, we must make haste from here. See the why? I saw the Leviathan. Do you not hear it? I asked. Lewis's eyes grow larger with fear, and he looks about, finally hearing that awful hum and groaning in the air. The approach of the Leviathan. Good Lord. Lewis meekly says, make haste, I demand it. Be gone from these premises, the man demands. If I may, brother, I wish for your ears a bit longer. There is no time. Leave these grounds immediately with haste, Lewis's brother says. Suddenly the Leviathan sounds stop as it sounds like it's in front. The rough sounds of men's voices can be heard along with the movement of heavy boots. Three loud knocks emits from the front door, reaching our ears. Lewis's brother starts to head back inside. Harry, you cannot meet them. You must come with us. Lewis grabs Harry. What about my family? I cannot leave them. Harry pushes Lewis away. We'll get them, but you cannot go to the door. He will kill you. Nonsense. I make haste from these grounds, Harry demands as he walks back in the house. Harry, Lewis says to his brother, retreating back. He takes a breath and looks at me. He's always been stubborn and a fool. Shall we flee? I ask. No, not yet. I'll not allow my brother to meet death tonight. Lewis falls after Harry. Left alone in the backyard, I hear three more knocks on the door. I'm coming. Harry's muffled voice reaching my ears. I consider escaping, leaving Harry and Lewis to their fate. There would be no harm in that. Beezy explained to the coven leaders that Lewis had abandoned the mission for a personal errand. It would be easy to explain, partially. But I can't easily abandon my friend. How I live the rest of their days is something like that. I walk into the house. I hear the brothers arguing in hushed tones as I walk into the house and sneak down the brightly painted hallway. Framed photos of family members and art are hung on the walls. Do you jest? I'm an important man in this city. Heavenly Knights will have no quarrel with me. Harry's voice echoes down to me. Do not jest, brother. Just please, I pray that you listen to me. Lewis orders, and I can hear them struggling. Three sharp knocks can be heard. I'm sure that they are reaching for their axes already. The Heavenly Knights are not known for their patience. Let me go. Harry demands, and suddenly a door opens. My apologies, gentlemen. I did not hear you, Harry offers. I softly move down the hallway as I hear the muffled response from the man at the door. Sir, if I may, I find it highly improper to search my home right now. My family is already asleep for the night, Harry responds. I reach the end of the hallway and peek around the corner into the wide entranceway of the house. A set of stairs leads upstairs. Bright flowers are on a small table. The floor is clean to perfection, not one speck of dirt on it. Lewis is nowhere to be seen. Harry holds the door halfway open as he speaks to the man at the door. If you must, but I must say I find this highly irregular. Harry opens the door of the way, and black-coated soldiers march into the room. Their boots leave dirt over the well-kept floor. It should not be long. A rough voice mentions a giant of a man walks in the room, carries a massive hammer with a drill on the end of it over his shoulder. Like his men, he's dressed in a long black coat, his long, well-maintained beard, and a thin scar on his cheek. Then I really see him. It's rough.